Alright, so we're doing work on a 2007 Cadillac SRX Sport. Um, we're trying to buy it. We're trying to sell this vehicle for a very good price. Very good deal. And we want to make sure the next person who gets it gets a nice car. So inside the dashboard is a bunch of lights. You know, the ABS, the just about every light's on, every light's lit for the traction control, all that stuff. So what we're gonna do is we are going to replace all of the wheel hubs. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's expensive. I don't think that's ideal. It's not necessary. Well, let me tell you why it's necessary. Because parts, the wheel hubs, they have the ABS sensor, the Stabilitrak sensor, and one of those things goes bad, you can't just replace the connection, replace whatever it is. You gotta replace the whole entire hub. Wow, this is complicated. Why is it so complicated? Alright, just this. Now in the back of here is a magnet, and I'm not sure exactly which layer it is, but there's a magnet in the back, and I know it pops off, and it looks like, yeah, this looks a little bit different. So I think this is the magnet. There's like a strip or a sensor in here that, you know, when it goes around and around, or whatever's happening in here, it sends a tick every time. And that's what happens with our sensor. That's what's happening here. So when we replace this, I'm hoping that it replaces all the lights. So I got four. I got four of these. So let's do this. All right, so I had the pleasure of going through the first part so that I could explain to you guys what's happening here. I got the tires off. What you want to do is you want to put your car in park. You want to put your parking brake on, put your car in park. And I am lucky, but you could use jack stands. I have little round wood, little logs that I could use for, you know, nothing's going through that, nothing's breaking that, so I'm confident with that. And I got, you know, I got 3 of them, so I ain't worried about nothing. And I can use this tire for a seat. So, all right. So you want to make sure you're safe, first of all. Safety first. If I was you, and this may be a job where you have to get under the vehicle, get yourself some safety glasses. You don't want debris falling in your eyeballs. Okay, I'm gonna put one on right now. Alright. So, I got my tire off and I was looking around. I was looking at our connections. And, you know, they don't look too bad. You know, and I was just like, you know, maybe it is the thing inside. Let me just replace it and we'll see what happens from there. And you know what? This one actually looks a little newer than the other side. Maybe it is newer because that connection looks way newer than the other one. Maybe we should check that out. Maybe this one doesn't need to get replaced, but at the same time, whoever's buying this car needs to know that it's getting replaced. So, okay, let's do this. Now, all right. So the hard part, the first part for me, and I own one of these too. I own a red one. And for me, the hardest part is breaking the bolts. These first 2 bolts that hold this whole entire brake caliper assembly on, you know, I was stupid before I took this off, took all this, and that. You don't need to do all that. All you gotta do, you know, when I was learning, when nobody taught me, when I didn't have YouTube to look at, this bolt and this bolt. And they're the same size as your tire wrench, but you could use an 18 millimeter or a 3/4 socket, and I have a 3/8 breaker bar here. So I already had the pleasure of putting breaker, the bolt breaking you know, penetration fluid. Put that on here, the oil. So we're good. We don't have to struggle. I don't have to struggle with you guys. That's kind of, you guys don't need to hear me umphing and umphing. And so we're here. This is part number 1 here. So we got that. We got this. Simple. Alright, maybe I should get a hand tool, please. Let's do this. Get this off. All right. Oh, it's already out. I already got it out. There it is. Let's just set that there for now. On our floor. And keep a close eye on that. We want to kick that. Lose that. All right, so we have to be careful here. I might even... So we have to be careful because this bracket here is right up against the back of our wrench. And I've done this before where I've just... Da-da-da-da-da, and then I can't take my fucking wrench off. So, I mean, my freaking wrench off. Sorry. Where I can't take my wrench off. So we're going to be careful. We're going to kind of tilt out of the way just so I can get out far enough. Alright. I'm going to take our extension right off of there. Alright, I can reach. That's good. Very limited though. Alright, maybe we could do it from here. There we go, yep. We got it. Now this caliper, careful, this caliper's gonna fall right on my nuts, so I gotta be careful here. So I'll just kind of, I got one hand, so I'm just gonna kind of hug that with the thighs, you know what I'm saying? Give that a little pressure. Safety first. Alright. Come on, baby, you know what? Probably just do all this by hand now. Boom. Right out of there. Nothing. Alright. So, we don't want to damage this hose. So what we want to do, we want to set it up here, or in the back here, somewhere where even if, you know, you want to make sure it's secure, you know, so that, you know, if you have any shaking, this thing's not going to fall and dangle by the hose, because that'll cause damage, and then you'll have to replace something. And, you know, it's just a big pain in the ass, so be careful. Pull this right out. Oh, my brake fell out. Sit that there for a second. Brakes are really good. They look like they've just been changed in the past, you know, whatever. So, alright. We bought this car for $1,000, so we're trying to sell it, make some money, get somebody in a good car, and show you guys how to do stuff. So, 3 birds with 1 stone. So, here we are. Let's get my light out of the way. Just chuck that to the side, and then find a good spot for this. Remember, this isn't gonna pop out on us, crush us. Alright, that's good. It's not gonna pop out. And, you know, if you're really worried about it, I don't know. I ain't worried about it. If you are, you figure out your own. We'll teach you how to. Alright, so we can't just knock this off. There's a little key here. So, I'm going to pause this, get a key. Okay, so, you're going to need a Torx T30. And that'll fit nice and snug in there, right? You don't want to get like a T27. You know, I want to be nice and snug in there, because if it's not, you'll strip it, and then you'll be fucked. Alright, so, let's get this in our tool here. Push nice and tight. You know what? Gotta set this down. There we go. How's that? You know what? Hang on. I'm gonna put an extension because I don't want to punch one of these nuts. No pun intended, or whatever you want to say. So, alright. Whoa, this is gonna fall. Alright. I remember running into a problem like this. Alright. I don't mean to be... Oh, okay, we got it. I was gonna say, if this doesn't pop, you're gonna have to secure this so that this doesn't spin anymore. So maybe put a bar through to touch the ground, or I don't know. Maybe, no, that's pretty much the only thing you got. It's the only thing you can do. You know, I don't know. You can figure it out. But, you know, it's very easy. It's just one little tiny nut. This, you know, some vehicles, when you take off the wheel, this disc, or the rotor spins around. And, it's not secure, you know, and so we took this off, it didn't move at all, so it's still not moving. So I think we're ready to pound on it. I'm going to put this in our little bolt pile here. little bolt pile defended by the heavy gun there, the pistol. Alright, let's give this a little whack. Oh, you know what? I don't even think this is going to come off. Maybe it will. Alright, ready? Ooh, it's loud. So I got some headphones. I'm going to slip these on. This shit's loud. Alright. Now, instead of using the little hammer, got a big hammer. Got a little whack. Speed up the process. There we go. I'm surprised this is going. It's going. Once you learn how to do this, it goes much faster than, you know, having to go through the learning process. Okay, now I had to go out when I first had to do this. You have to go and buy a bolt. It's a big giant socket. It goes right over this, and what we want to do though. See that rust? That could be problematic. Not no more. Alright. And, so what happens next? So, where's my light? Alright, see that bolt? That's gotta come out. And that's in the back here. That bolt. That's gotta come out. Not easy. I think you gotta use a wrench. It might be the same size as all the other bolts, I'm not sure. So you gotta get out that bolt, which is that bolt, all right? You gotta get these, there's three. There's one down here too. So you gotta get those out. It's not easy either. So maybe we should spray those down. All right. So I sprayed the front and the back, except for, or wait, no, I got this one. I'm gonna hurt this again. I'm gonna get in there and do some damage here. Okay. Yeah, I might have to secure this. This is crazy. Yeah, this moves. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to do this for you guys. Figure it out. Okay. So, this is all sprayed up, ready to go. Now, you're gonna need a 36 millimeter socket for this axle nut. And, this can only turn so fast, I believe. I mean, there's a lot of resistance that comes with that. It's in park. I'm not sure why it moves, but if you just, get like a breaker bar, get yourself an extension. Put your 36-inch bolt, millimeter bolt, your socket there. And if you whack that shit, that's what I was about to do. I was about to whack that shit with this hammer. I don't think this will work. Maybe I'll use my big hammer, but this is whack, you know what I mean? Pow! But if you're lucky like me, with an impact wrench, just... Alright, so I got that bolt out and that bolt out. And so now, alright, so to make this easier, I'm going to remove this clip, this sensor here. Just pop that right out. Get that out of the way. So that we can work. Just hold that back. Let's burn it. Yeah, you know what would make this go so much faster? An extension, which is not in my reach at the moment. So I'll get this bolt out, and then I'll axle that out. So this bolt's gonna take me a minute. You don't need to see that. So that's it. And then you just take your puller, which I have to run out and go get, and you just clamp it onto the sides, twist it, and it just pulls this thing out. This thing will just fall out on its own. This thing's got to be pulled out with a draw. It creates tension, and over time, after you're done turning it with your ratchet, it'll just fall out. So, boom. I will be back when I have it, and I will finish this up with you. Okay, so I bought this 3-jaw puller, and I bought this specific one for a reason. When you buy this one, and you're doing it for the rears, which I'm going to be doing, this claw is skinny enough to fit back behind the hub, so that you don't have to take off the rear brake, emergency brake, or maybe it's the park brake. I forget what it is. Make sure it's touching on all sides. Make sure that you're pushing down. If it's not straight, you gotta open it until it gets straight. So you're gonna have to play around with it until you get what you want. So this isn't straight for me. I gotta come over a little bit. See that? Alright. Alright. So I tighten it up a little bit, making sure that it has like a little centerpiece here where you fit your jaw puller right up in there, right? And make sure your bolt's straight, and then you tighten your connections. You make them so that they're even. Alright, so I kind of got it where I want it now. I got this side on, it's hugging. This side's hugging. And using 2 hands, I got 2 hands on it. I'm using my pinky on the front. Push it, and then we're almost there. Looks like we're sized up. We're nice and straight. I bought this, it was bent. So this is kind of bent. I'm not really worried about it because I've used the bent one before. I bought it brand new. Sucker came out of the box, bent. Somebody must have returned it. Oh, whatever. See how that's kind of going back a little bit? What's going to happen is, while it's doing that, just make sure you're always tight. Make sure that this... Now what I could do is get my pneumatic impact wrench and just buzz this sucker right off, but I'm not worried about it. Alright, so let's see. Let's see this thing do its job. Nope. We need our flashlight. Let's see what happens here. Coming off yet? Nope. Not yet. We're still on nice and tight. Boom, it's coming off. So let's keep going. Oh, I think it's coming off. I'm not sure. It definitely feels looser. Maybe that's what I need to do. I think I got a couple more cranks in me. Oh, there we go. Pops right off. So it all just comes right out. It looks like a mess. And I got one hand. So let's take our tool off. Get our puller off. The damage it does to the puller. Hopefully this lasts for 4 hubs. Alright, and this just slides right on. It slides right on. It slides right on. It's super easy. And this is our hub. Now, our hub is still in there, actually. I don't think these should have came out in 2 pieces, but what do I know? I don't think. Because I pulled them out before, and they all came out. Not all of them. I've experienced one come out, and the whole assembly come out. Alright, so let's get this off of here. Gotta get this clip off. So I'm just gonna put this here. Push this down. Hopefully I can keep our phone up here. They're on the table, but I'm not feeling too. Come on, baby. I'm gonna have to get those pliers. I'll get that out. But make sure you don't break nothing. No pigtails or sockets. Just be very careful. So that's how you get it off. show you how to get it on when I got everything good. Okay, so I got my plate off. It's right here. One thing you need to know is that, so we pushed this through, okay? We pushed that through, and it came out of that hole. But then you had this other connector, and I was looking at it, I was like, you know, how do I put that on? So that's not for this connection. That's for this connection. And this connection is 2 parts. This part slides on to this part. It just slides right on there. This is like a rail. It just clicks. Okay? So don't break that. You need this. You gotta keep this. You gotta have this. Alright? If you don't have this, then you're gonna be in big trouble. So, I don't know, maybe it's this. No, you need this. Either way, don't break nothing. Alright, so I did this one too, and then I broke it. So this one's coming out. Looks like we gotta get inside here. Oh no, this is my favorite little screwdriver. Damn, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Let's break something else. I know what. Coming through with the big boys. Maybe we could just pull this sucker out if we go in through the back. I'll put this behind here, and I'll use this as like a position where I can whack this. This is the big boy, the Super Mario Smash Brothers hammer. Coming out now. So it seems like this just needs to be punched through. I don't remember how to get this thing off. Alright, alright, it's out. This whole thing needs to come off. Alright, all this has to come out. All of it. Alright, now, we have our hub bearings here. The debris off. Don't want any dirt hanging around. Alright, it's cleaned up. Not completely like perfect, but you know, it's good. It's very good. It's withstandable. It's very good. Alright, here we go. Alright, this hopefully we can fix, because all of our sensors are in this one. Our ABS sensors, everything's in here. Alright, hang on. First things first, I've done this before too. You gotta make sure you put your pigtail through this, or your socket through the hole here, because you'll end up taking it all the way back apart. I was like, what? It is officially through. Now, go here to our axle. Line this up. Okay, so there's a tab here where your maybe not. Maybe it's just straight to the bottom. But I believe there's a space here where your line can go out. So we got the pigtail through. Now we just gotta get our line through. I hope we're in the middle, because I'm not gonna mess around with this again. What we have to do now, it's not on all the way, okay? So what we gotta do, take our bolt, and this is how we're gonna get this thing on evenly. Let's get it in there. Our bolt is in. Alright. That one's on. And this way, any problems, you know? This side's coming. Notice this side's turning. There you go, it's closing up. See that? Before we go any further, I'm gonna get our third bolt in. Well, this boot gets in the way, so you need an extension.
It's coming, but not very easy.
Don't get no better than that. But that's why I like to get that surface down, you know? All the way to the bare surface, cause then there's no mistake, like you see? That's tight.
It says it's 118 foot-pounds. Now I could use my ratcheting, but I would rather, it's getting rusty. I don't know how, you know, reliable that's going to be. Alright, so I screwed our axle nut bolt on. And it's coming close to torquing, so I just want to show you that. So we want 118 foot-pounds. Oops. I gotta hold this down. No tension yet. Thinking what we want to do, because this is getting tough. This is actually not very easy to turn and hold at the same time. So I'm thinking maybe we could take the, nope. So I got the dog that I'm just going to put right here under this crowbar so that when I turn right, the crowbar pushes down. Maybe it won't work, maybe it will. I don't know. I think I got it. I think I got it. Stance. Yeah. Give me 118. Got it. I got it. It's okay. Reassemble. I go left first, just till I hear a little click, then I go right. You never want to strip your bolts. So with hand tighten that, I gotta go grab my, unless I have it here. I don't believe I have my bit here with me. I gotta grab it fast. Okay. I got a bit. Oh, it's left. I don't want to go left. Nice and tight. A little pounding. Alright, we're good. Nice and tight. That's not going nowhere. Okay, these drums are still good. Very good. It's been sitting for a while, that's all. Alright, let me just pull this out. I can't do this with. Careful for your line. Make sure your brakes are just sitting in there good. Just want to make sure that this ain't gonna work. Get your hub on there nice and good, so it's slipped right on. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scrub this down. Well, these aren't as bad as the other ones. These our hub bolts had anti-seize on them, and that's what this yellow gook is, this yellow gunk. And I'm gonna scrub that off really fast, put my 2 bolts in, and but you gotta make sure you put anti-seize on them. I've had that happen before. I changed my employer's brakes before, and yo, they vibrated right out. The fucking brakes fell right out. So be careful. Put anti-seize on there. Medium strength's fine. Heavy strength's fine. But you want to make sure you clean this up and, you know, get some anti-seize on there. So I'll get that done and I'll show you how to put it back together. Okay, so I got our, let me see if I can set this back up the way I had it. No, I'm not entirely sure what you can't see. You can't see. See my hands? If you can see this little light, you can see my hands. Alright, so got some anti-seize. And I got my bolts. It's not perfect, but I got most of that old anti-seize on. So get your anti-seize. Just throw it right on the old stuff. Alright. Oops. Here lose the bolts. If you lose the bolts, you don't get paid. That's what happens. Alright. It might be too much. People will say that's too much. I don't care. I don't care, man. I can't have this fall out. This brake falls out. Am I working? Shit. Alright, so slip this one in. And this went right in. No problem. Or it's not going right in. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, nope. I was mistaken. Maybe this one will go right in. I can see this is kind of lined up. Nope. Alright, there it is. I got it. Alright, don't put that in all the way. Still got a whole nother bolt. So now we can really figure out where we gotta go now. Alright, it's getting tight. Yep, we got it. I don't like how it feels. I'm gonna go back out and then back in just to be sure. Alright, there we go. Just gotta be sure I didn't cross right there, because that's a whole nother problem right there. Alright, and then just grab your shit and tighten it down. Be done with it. You know? What do we got right here? That's tight. I don't like surprises, so I'm gonna hand tighten this and we'll take a breaker bar and finish it. Because, yo, this has happened to me before. And, yo, I'm not comfortable not knowing that things aren't right. Nice and tight. It's not comfortable. That's not going nowhere. Gotta use that. Alright, baby. Good to go. Good to go. Throw your wheel back on. I guess just, you know, throw your wheel back on and enjoy. Alright, I like to clean, so I'm gonna give this a little brush down. You know what I mean? In the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. And I hope you learned something. It's not so complicated, you know, if you have the internet, if you got tools. If you don't have tools, go buy them, because you know what? That's a major investment. It'll save you a lot of money. It'll save you a lot of problems. When the problems arise, you have your tools. You know, I'm telling you, man, that's clutch in life, man. Tools are just, you have no clue on some apocalypse shit. If you don't have tools, you're stupid. So, you know, get your life right. Get some tools, do some work, learn how these cars work. Man, I'll tell you what, I'll help you out. Alright? So thank you for watching, and be safe. Safety first, man. Don't rush through this stuff. You know, you rush through this stuff, people get hurt. You don't read up, you do something wrong. I hope you learned something on this, and enjoyed recording this for you guys. Thank you. Okay, so I'm doing all 4. And for the rears, I really wanted to show you guys this because, and I'll show you the other stuff. There's 2 ways to do this, okay? There's 2 ways to do this. You could take off this brake assembly, or there's a shortcut. I believe that's the parking brake or the e-brake or one of them things. But you see this? That's a very, very thin place to get into. But they have at AutoZone, I mean, maybe at any auto parts store. But if you look at the claws, they're just skinny enough to get right behind. You know what I mean? Just right behind there. And it grabs, it does. So just look out for this one. It's a 3-jaw puller. It's much smaller. The bolt is much smaller. I'm not gonna lie, when you use this, it chews up your bolt every time. You get shavings on the tip of your bolt. You know, who knows how long this thing's gonna last. But if you want to save time and not take off this brake assembly, alright, so that's just, you know, how it should look with the claws behind there. It's very easy to put in. So now you just go. Just start cranking, pull that out, put it back on, screw it in, move it.